Okay, today is March the 2nd, and we are here at the Convention and Visitors Bureau Conference Room. And I would like to call the meeting to order, which I already have, and I would stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
And then we will have a moment of silence.
Good morning, Mr. Cardigan. How are you, sir? We just have to tell you. That's it. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Next on the agenda is roll call. We don't have any.
Usually the
We're going to do Raymond Camina,
Present.
Gabriel Castillo, absent, asked to be excused. Judith Gutierrez, present. Lacita Lopez,
Present.
welcome.
Hi.
Omar Minhas,
yes, to be.
he asked to be excused. Right here. Okay. And Jorge Luis Quijano,
Present.
Marisa Ramirez, she had a work commitment?
Yeah, she has to be excused.
Okay. And Magali.
Present. And Mr. Otero.
Did I miss Salo? I'm sorry, Salo, I don't know why I missed
Well,
it.
I can't hear, but I'm here.
All right. So now the next on the agenda is the public citizen comments.
Madam Chair, we need to,
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to ask for a motion to request the excused absences for Marisa Ramirez, who has a work commitment, Gabriel Castillo, who's traveling out of town, and Omar Minhas, who's at work commitment. So
moved.
I have motion,
I second.
you have a second, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay. All right, so then we got that out of the way. Just be patient with me. Don't-
Okay, we appreciate your assistance with.
Well, anybody can step in. Okay, now we go to item 5 on the agenda, which is the public and the citizen comment. Comments should be relevant to city business and delivered in a professional manner. No derogatory remarks shall be permitted. Do we have anybody that has asked to speak?
Not today.
Thank you very much.
Madam Chair, I would, Ethel is back with us as a guest. Come back.
I'm here for Chuck.
Thank you.
Yes.
Huh? Oh, yes, yes. I don't like it.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't want it, black, thank you.
The coffee's important.
Right
Very
away.
important.
I said like for ex-president.
Nothing. Oh, just like that? Just
Like
that.
for
ex-president.
Former president.
Okay. Moving on. Item 6 is the approval of minutes for February the 2nd meeting.
I moved up.
I have a motion to approve the minutes of February the 2nd. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes for February the 2nd.
Much reading that and it's in
All those in favor, excuse me, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those against? Thank you very much. And now we go to item 7, which is the review of the year-to-date financial statements.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Eileen, my dear.
Yes, we are on page 5, 6, and 5 and 6. And we have, on page 5, we have the regular report that finance sent us. And on page 6, as you know, we have the hotel occupancy tax collections. We are still above our projections. We are keeping, as always, we're very conservative with our numbers. And we're doing the same thing for next year. We're working on our budget for next fiscal year, and we're very happy with the numbers that we came up yesterday, last night. So we continue to be on target.
So what's the percentage that you're above, the collections?
Right now, we have a really high, right now it's almost 29% above collection.
Well, you know, that's a very, very good sign, and it's a good thing that this is happening, because I know that in previous years, I mean, we were just, you know, we didn't know what was gonna happen, definitely, so.
Yeah.
It's very good to hear that we're at this point, and hopefully we can continue. It seems like we're gonna have, good events and maybe, Good Fridays or something like that.
Yes, and we want to continue, we have some additional plans through our strategic planning to, as I mentioned last meeting, to better connect with our hoteliers in terms of where can we better assist them. Because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are the direct connectors.
Is that working out okay for you?
They have always been very open and we have great communication with hotels and everything. And I know that Eileen has reached out to, possibility of meeting and throwing more ideas of what else can we do. But in all honesty, that what they do already is wonderful.
Well, that's
Right,
good.
we know that we can count on them, we know that anytime, anything is needed from them, they're always there to help.
That's
And-
fantastic. I think that's a good sign. I think.
And we're all very familiar with the team. I know that they lead, with Eileen and Joel, but with everybody else, So,
It has been good to have you on the
Okay.
board,
Mhm.
to head it up.
Yes.
You've been a very
thank you,
positive.
I love to be part of this board.
Because you bring a lot of insight,
Yeah.
from the hotel perspective.
And the same way, for me, it's a great perspective to see what other industries and other people, like all of you present, can
And I think we
contribute.
had a good discussion.
Yes.
I thought it was very productive.
Yes.
And I think that we're heading in the right direction, new ideas, new paths, that we.
And I love that, we're not selfish in sharing, ideas and
No, you're
And
not.
sometimes we go, really long meetings, but because we enjoy the conversation, it seems like we need to go for a coffee after. We just
It
continue.
seems like we need to continue.
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
good to have fun.
yes.
But it's been a good, it was
Yes.
good, and, it's always good to hear, your perspective, and Eileen, I know that y'all are working your team with,
Yes.
all of y'all are working very hard to make
Very
this
hard,
a
yeah.
success, for all of us, because I think when you succeed, we succeed, and that's.
And we appreciate, that even though demand is so high in hotels, the hard work of the team, still there. We're not like sitting and saying, no, we're awesome right now. No, we continue because that's gonna reflect for the future. We don't know what the future, is bringing. We don't know how things are gonna work. And so working really hard and getting these groups to come and visit and these conferences and everything, that is wonderful because we're securing, that placement. And it's very easy to forget about things like, right now we have sister cities coming. Like we continue personally at our hotels, we continue to support and trying to give them a fair rate, because at the end of the day, whatever happens, these groups that are established, visitors, like, are gonna continue coming back, and we don't know about these government groups, what's gonna happen, so that is something that I
And
wanted
it's
to talk
important that you
about.
leave Laredo, with a positive,
Yes. Yes,
think about Laredo, that Laredo
Yeah.
did everything they could, I mean, they were treated fairly, hotel wise, I know that y'all do a fantastic job,
thank you.
and I hope that the other hotels are doing the same, I don't know.
Yeah.
You have meetings, amongst yourselves, to see, what perspectives, they
Yeah.
have, and I know that this is gonna be a very, very busy, summer, all of the,
It will be. Mhm.
so good luck to you all, and thank you for your perspective.
Thank
It's
you.
always welcome. If anybody has anything else that they would like to add to this conversation, certainly
I
welcome.
have a question, because I was talking to a local restaurateur,
Mhm.
and LULAC, a state organization of LULAC is visiting Laredo, and they're having a convention here.
Yes.
Oh, so y'all know about that already? Oh,
Yes.
very cool.
We've been working with them.
Yeah.
This is the second time that, they bring their conference in the last, 10 years, 15 years?
Yes.
So yeah, we've been working with them and assisting them in their process.
How many,
You're in
how
May,
many,
right, Sam?
how many roommates?
In May, they're coming here.
Blue Lake brings a good number. How many?
Selena's saying the one in
I want to say right now they were 7,600.
How many?
600.
My goodness gracious, this is a good-
Yeah, Blue Lake is a good,
Yeah.
There's also another big one, right, with realtors?
Yeah, Texas Realtors.
Texas
Realtors.
Realtors.
That's
at the
the
end
It's
of
also
the
gonna
month, at
be
the end of
This one,
this
yeah.
month.
this month,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then the physicians.
And that one is also how many people? Like-
That's, right under 100.
We cover.
150.
We're bringing them.
So the way you said, it's good right now that our hotels have
Yeah.
a lot of occupancy without.
Without this,
Yes.
yes. But
So
to
you bring
continue
that
working.
in and
Yeah.
they're looking for other properties, and that's where we're trying to help Blue Lake out right now.
Mhm.
Because I want to say their coast hotel, was only able to give them 60 rooms.
Yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
mentioned that they have a big government contract that they're catering to as well.
Yeah, it is.
So that allows for everybody to get.
Exactly,
Yeah.
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 Mhm, yeah.
Honey, let me ask you, what happens to, like, if, you collect more than, the projection, what happens to that?
It stays in a fund. So
But with the motel?
within hotel motel, it stays within the fund, and it helps, for example, during COVID or the year after, after 2020, we believe this, I don't know if y'all remember, but we wanted to give an extra push to marketing, because we believe that coming out of the pandemic, we needed a little bit of extra help. And
Yes.
so monies from that fund help to do that. Also, third-party funding comes from there, other activities are funded from there. So, yeah, it goes to the hotel occupancy
I
tax
just
fund.
wonder, just convenient. Sometimes, you see money, coming in like in this month, 30% maybe it's gonna be at the end of the fiscal year, and what happens to it, there's a lot of temptation, like people, that have other, other projects, that they want, but they cannot do too many with hotel motel, I mean, it's a restricted
Correct.
fund, right?
It's a restricted fund. We did have a meeting during our visit to Austin. We did have the opportunity to visit with the Texas Hotel and Lodging Association with Justin Bregel, who's the general counsel. And there were different organizations that are interested in using motel tax for their either projects or their events. And so he was able to explain which ones apply, which ones don't apply, and how to better use it. And also that there's opportunities to get funding from the state, because of the 14% that is collected, 7% goes to the city, 6% goes to the state, and 1% goes to the county. So there's also funding at the state level that can be utilized, and so Justin gave us a good overview of how to tap into also those monies.
I remember some years ago, when I was still in Commissioners Court, they had a meeting, the people that know about the funds, the hotel motel, and they came and they gave us a conference, to let people know, and anybody that would be interested, because there's a lot of people that think that you could use it for anything, and you can't, I mean, you just can't put it in general fund and use it for whatever, so that was a very good conference.
I spoke to them, and Justin said as soon as the session in Austin ends, he'll come and give us that
Yeah,
presentation.
He had
Yeah.
been very interested in coming
Yes.
and spending more time here, so
Yeah.
that's why.
And that would be a good idea, because there's a lot of misinformation out there, and I know that some people think that they deserve part of the hotel motel,
Yes.
Yes.
but we just know that it's such a restricted.
And also like maybe the experience that they can share with us, can give us some other ideas of how to invest it, in something that can be beneficial.
Exactly,
Yeah.
so that, and how to
So-
access additional funding.
That is one.
So, yeah, he gave some good ideas. It started as a half an hour conversation and ended up being almost an hour and a half conversation.
Wow, that's very good.
Yes, the
There's
fact
a lot
that he
of
could give
dialogue.
us the time, and there were a lot of questions Council members were there, community members were there, staff was there. But yeah, they mentioned that as soon as the legislative session finishes in Austin, they'll be able to schedule something here for the summer.
Good, that's gonna be, that would be good, and I think that the community at large, you know, anybody that might be interested, they should be notified about that.
Has a new city manager come by here yet?
Yes, well, actually, he met with us, we had the
Oh, okay.
opportunity
You probably
to,
talked about it, but I didn't hear.
no, we,
We talked about it the last meeting.
the last meeting, but he's already here, he started February 21st.
Yes, I know that, but has he come here physically?
Yes, yes, he has, and we were able to actually give him a tour of the city.
Right.
So we had an hour and a half uninterrupted time with him,
Good.
talking about everything and.
Did he bring his aliens with him
No.
from
he
Roswell?
didn't. He didn't.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Does anybody have any more questions on the financial statements? Eileen is here to answer. If there are no questions, then we will continue with our agenda, and item 8 is the February activity. And the first day is the overview. Eileen, I think-
Yes. And Madam Chair, I would like to welcome, we have a new member of our advisory committee, Ms. Lacita Lopez. She's no stranger to.
When I was first appointed, she was. Things go around.
It's interesting how life brings us in a cycle.
What happens in life.
Yeah, I'm
So-
very excited to be here. Thank you so much.
Now it's important.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for
Thank you.
agreeing to serve. I mean, it's
Yes.
nice, it's nice to hear what this organization is doing. You all are doing a fantastic, I feel a fantastic job.
Thank
I
you.
said thank you.
And,
The
As-
overview?
yes, as I mentioned last meeting, and for the benefit of our new members, we have a new strategic plan that we worked last year, and so everything that we do is guided by that strategic plan. And every agenda, we include the key objectives of that we follow, and so you'll see that everything that we do in our overview is linked to one of those objectives, which is increase visitor demand, strengthen our visitor experience, destination leadership, and destination development. This is a document that will be revised every year, and we would like for the next iteration to also have the participation of the committee. This was our first one, so we kind of did it in-house, but we would like to also invite you, that's coming in the fall.
So, after the first year, you will give us, some basic information on how all this strategic plan in every category,
Mhm.
how it was achieved, or, in this strategic plan.
Exactly, so we will wanna review it, we wanna see how it worked, we wanna see if we need to change anything, and we want the feedback from our advisory committee for the next version of it, which is the 23-24. So that'll be coming up in the fall, but I wanted to mention that this is not a one-time, this is it type deal, it's gonna be, yeah, exactly.
That's a good thing to, and I think strategic plan should grow, because I mean, nothing stays static. I mean, let's face it, last year, look what we were facing. This year is totally different.
Yeah.
So the strategic plan for last year was not working.
Exactly, yeah, the pandemic,
I mean,
we had a
it's really
strategic plan,
over.
we have it.
Sadness, all depressed. It was really something, I mean,
Yeah.
but we marched through it, and, we all got through it, and thank God, we had some good board members, and you all, the staff was fantastic. And I think coming up with new ideas, how to move things forward, which is important. That's why strategic plans are made, to be able to change it, to evolve, and I think this is, you'll never know where you're going if you don't know where you've been. So, you're back here, remember where we were last time? All I have to say is like, okay.
Yeah,
We're
those
making
years,
progress.
we'll certainly never forget those years in the pandemic. I don't think.
You came in at a good year.
Yes, I agree.
So, we have our overview, again, the way that we have set up the agenda is now we have an overview of everything that we've done throughout the month, and it's linked to our key objectives, as you can see. And every month, usually this month we don't have a key feature, but usually we have a report on a specific event or a specific project that we have been working on. So we have, our Casa Laredo office has been on our increased visitor demand objective. Casa Laredo office has been visiting with different attractions and different hotels in the Monterrey and suburban area surrounding Monterrey, with the objective that people that are visiting there, they're already in the mindset of being a tourist, that they can see that they can also come to Laredo, they can also visit this area, and so they've been dropping off different elements.
I was gonna suggest something.
Yes.
So I was recently in Monterrey, I haven't been in a while, right? And I went to the shopping center where Casa Laredo is.
Yes.
I was wondering if, I saw it, it's on the second floor, right?
Yes.
So I saw it from downstairs and it's, you know, the sign, it says Casa Laredo, right?
Mhm.
What about changing it to Visita Laredo or something more, you know, that really identify that it is a visitors center for Laredo?
Okay.
Not so much like, it can be confused, like, is it a
That's what it
store,
is.
is it like a, what is it? You know, I don't know, or maybe some slogan, you know, under Casa Laredo. I love the name Casa Laredo, but I'm just
To
thinking,
give it
how
something
can
that
we,
it- yeah.
yes, how can you be, you know, attracted to go and think about, oh,
Mhm.
this is around Laredo, let me go and check it out, like,
Mhm.
it's, just because I knew what it was,
Mhm.
but, you know, I don't think that it gives that message automatically when you see it like from far away, that it's about Laredo, so.
So it's just
Just
like another,
Shop.
Yes,
shop
another
right there.
shop, yes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we'll
Some,
certainly.
yeah, maybe something
Maybe
to share
something
with the agency and see what they think will be a good move.
Yeah.
Maybe the agency, you know, they're the experts, and maybe ask them if they think that it can be, done in a way. And I know that probably you already have some names with the locals, but, so maybe adding something else.
And before we could do window decals, but the mall moved
Yeah.
away from that, so now we have to be a little bit more creative.
More creative.
But yeah, no, we'll certainly take
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
We talked about this before, are we doing anything in Corpus Christi area? We seem like we do everything, I-35.
We do have.
Because the last time we talked about it, we said, no, we don't do much in Corpus Christi.
We
But,
don't,
you're doing it now.
yes, we have
Okay.
promotion in Corpus Christi. We did, that specific time that you asked, I believe it was regarding either sister cities, it was a specific event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so for this upcoming sister cities, we have added Corpus
Okay,
Christi to
great.
the list.
Right, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people from San Diego, from that area, Robstown,
Yeah.
right, Rosita, Robstown.
Is there any,
Your Lopez is
any
such a
trip
close
like
side.
that in Monterrey or no? Like, I know that you do those press conferences, in Monterrey, like any besides Black Friday or
This-
coming?
We're gonna host them this time around.
Okay,
instead
so
of
they're gonna be
going
coming
over
here.
there.
Oh,
Yeah, for
good.
Semana Santa, we're gonna have a fan tour,
That's right.
with media outlets from Monterrey.
And they're coming.
Yes.
Oh, that's
So
a
we've
great
had
idea.
that in the past where, some years we bring them,
Yeah.
some years we go.
Yeah.
And we hadn't had them here since before the pandemic.
Okay.
And so everybody's like,
It's
when are you
time.
taking us? Yeah, all the media outlets are like, are you doing it?
Yeah.
So this time around, they're coming,
That's
they're
good.
coming at the end of March, the last week in March, right?
23rd to 24th.
That's
So-
good.
Well,
And
it's
they're
just around the
staying,
corner,
they're
really.
staying over like, for one night and
It's
then.
an overnight.
It's
trip.
overnight,
Yeah.
that's good.
And I believe, Reina's working on
Yeah.
sending out
And
the
They're
then
link.
working on the agendas and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
I look
good.
forward to maybe one of these days in the future, hopefully soon, that they would have 2 nights, because there's gonna be so many other things that they need to see. I mean, that is my hope for this, you know,
And
for us.
we could bring them for 2 nights, but because they're media outlets, they usually don't, allow them to.
Yeah.
So for travel agents, we do 2 nights. For media
Right.
outlets, it's a little
That's-
bit more difficult. Because we have enough to, like influencers,
That's
it's
what I-
2 to 3 nights.
I was gonna ask
Yeah.
if, are you only doing media or are you gonna bring influencers together with media?
Influencers have been coming for the last
Yeah.
2-3 weekends.
Yeah.
So influencers have been this month and, previous month, and in March is media. So we have a good combination, and this time around, we've had influencers from the US, from Mexico, and this media is from Mexico too. So we're combining, as you know, we're
Yeah.
increasing, our efforts in the US. And
Yes.
so we had, Becky, what's her name? Bucket,
That's
Bucket,
on
Bucket,
page 10.
uh-huh.
Bucket List Latina, Cali Adventures, and, what was that? Excuse me,
Yeah, there's several.
There's one from San Antonio, I don't know if you have somebody from San Antonio, but it would be great to reach to influencers that are close
Yeah.
to us, so that way, you know, they're.
Yeah.
There's
Adventures.
Rachel's Adventures and Becky Travel.
Becky's Travel,
That you have here in
and
the
Curly
report.
Adventures, and Bucket List Latina.
Yeah. So if you hear of we're working with the agency to contact these influencers. If you hear of any other, let us know and we can start researching them and seeing.
You know, I mean, in this part of the report where you give us the overview and the upcoming activities, there's a lot of stuff in here, a lot. I would like to see maybe, that you would maybe pick a couple of things, that might be more important than the others, to be able to report for the previous month or for the next month. And I think that would, give us a broad view of what's coming.
Yes.
And I think that is a thing that I would suggest if.
Yeah, no, of course.
Because they're, you look at this report, my gosh, I mean, there's just so
And this is only 1 month.
That's what I'm saying, and you
Yeah.
can tell us, because I know that this is for 1 month, but it covers other months, that
Yes.
activities for other months, or future activities.
The preparation for others.
Right, and
So-
that's, like, with the larger groups that are coming, maybe that would be something, like with the Blue Light.
Yeah.
Good.
So one other thing, and with that in mind, I'll jump from the Casa Laredo to the influencers. I think that's a really key activity that happened this month. Marketing hosted several influencers from Mexico, from the US, that were here, and so we have 2 very different perspectives of what they want to see.
How does that happen? That you invite several, or how does it happen that the influencers come at a particular time?
So influencers are basically, now word of mouth has been monetized, basically. And so people follow certain celebrities or people on social media and they become influencers, right? So the term influencers is attached to those people in social media, in online, that have a certain number of followers and that people buy the things that they recommend. They go to
Whether they're influencing you on beauty products, on electronics, on travel, and every influencer, there's different tiers that you get depending on the number of followers that you have.
Exactly.
So you start off with the micro influencer, it's got about 1,500 people, all the way to your top tier, Kim Kardashian influencer. And what the.
Are you on Instagram?
Me? Yes.
Okay. So you can look them up and find them.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, how does it happen, Verna?
Oh, we contract them through the agency, so it's just like one of,
Like we had 20 influencers, or 50 or 100, I don't know how many, I mean, the number is not important. How do they?
so like any other media outlet, through our
That's what you
agency,
do.
yes, we contract them. And the agency, what they do is they recommend the best influencers to the type of product that we want to put out there.
And every influencer can tell you who their audience is, what their background is, with the percentage of male to female, the age range that they're targeting. what exactly they focus on, whether it's fashion, beauty, travel.
So based
So
on
come
that,
here and they come and they,
we contract with them and we set up schedules and things that we want for them to see. And so staff gives them, some of them like to work by themselves. So we give them a list of what we would like for them to cover. For example, in this case, WBCA, we wanted them to experience Washington's birthday celebration. So they went to some of them went to the air show, some of them went to the parade, some of them went to different activities. And restaurants, we give them a list of restaurants. Some of them choose their restaurants, some of them want us to kind of walk with them through the process. And so we schedule them, we bring them here. Our staff is in some cases with them, or at least welcomes them and guides them through a little brief of what the community is. And that's how they do
okay,
it.
I mean, I just wanted a quote,
Yeah.
Do you know where we could
What-
find them? Have they created like one of those, the videos that they create, the contents that maybe?
On their Instagram, yeah. Usually, some of them have highlights of their visit. You can also go to our Instagram. So now, if you follow Visit Laredo on Instagram, you'll see that Reina has been putting she's been sharing all the different content that they're doing. She shares them. So we also have El Blog del Gordo, which is a very popular influencer from Mexico that's focused on everything that has to do with food. El Blog del Gordo. His wife is also an influencer, so they come together. So we had different ones, and marketing has been really good about putting them on our. So if you don't follow any specific ones, you can go to ours and see.
And they also,
everything.
they put the hashtag, right? They put the
Yes,
hashtag on.
Visit
You
Laredo.
can also just put the hashtag.
Yeah, and if you go, for example, to Blog del Gordo, he has different highlight reels of his visits to Laredo. So you can still go back and check them out.
Awesome.
Listen, thank you very much for that explanation. I think sometimes how does that happen?
On that same subject, I know that the coffee tour has been a success and the mural as well. Are we looking into tacos, right? Is that the next one?
Yes, so staff is looking into, because of the great variety and the array of options that we have, we're maybe looking at doing it online. On a virtual, maybe our app can serve for that, so.
I was talking to Monica about this earlier last week, and the way I made sense, we have a plethora of taco places.
Every quarter.
And
Yes.
so we need to come up with specifications or guidelines as to how they make it to the list. Because every menu will probably have a taco on it. You know, even if you go to like, you know, the Denny's restaurant.
Yeah.
So kind of make these little qualifiers, and that's why, you know,
Yes.
so is it a?
So we don't have
is it
anybody
we-
upset, why I'm not included?
Like,
Or
is it
maybe
gonna
we
be,
can do it in,
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
is it gonna be food trucks, is it going to be food stands, is it going to be
or maybe it
restaurants?
can be like
We have
edition
that
number one
conversation.
and then edition number two, and you can have multiple lists.
Yeah, but
We had
because
like the
when
conversation of what
Coffee
we
Back
consider
came out,
taco.
Yeah.
we did have a
If it's
business
Mexican
that
food or
reached
not,
out.
that's
and
right.
nobody liked to be
It's
included, what happened?
Tex-Mex,
But the
it's
Coffee Back
Mexican,
is
it's
specifically for coffee houses.
Houses, not like
Yeah,
little
so-
stands or.
But they have a coffee bar, but they have a variety.
Yes, yes.
So I just told them, I go, you know, we could add you digitally,
We do.
but
Yeah.
the specification
Yes.
for that was that you were a coffee house, a
Yeah.
coffee place.
Yes,
But not just
specific
because you have
coffee
your
and.
espresso machine and whatnot,
Yeah.
but we have to cut it
So-
somewhere.
The answer is yes, we're working on it.
Yeah.
We're
Everybody's
working
trying.
on the best type of delivery for that, but yes.
And
we're
you can
working
always
on it.
do like several ones, like,
Yeah.
number one edition, number two edition, like, something like that.
Breakfast tacos,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
This is number one, this is number two.
Gas station
Those-
tacos, food truck
Like
tacos.
for influencers that are very, into the shopping experience and everything,
Uh-huh.
doing one for boutiques, now we have so many
Yeah.
boutiques in town, like.
Oh, yeah.
And so we
You're
we
right.
didn't used to have that. We used to be just the mall, you know, and
Yeah.
just
Now
these
there's
big
just so many.
stores. Now you have
I
so
think
many.
it's now that people wanna get away from like the big box.
Yes.
And do shop
And
small
so
And they're,
or
and they're
local.
really nice. Some of them are really worth, like, there's one like Western Outlet, you know.
Yes, there used to be one Western store, maybe two,
Yes.
Mike's and,
Mike's and-
here.
yeah.
Yes.
Alpha, there's
And then Kelly's came along, and then all of these other.
Yeah, the big
Western-
bar.
And they
No,
have
but there's like one for just girls,
The boot
Yeah.
like, where girls outfit, like,
Uh-huh.
there's so many like specialty.
But I would
stores.
suggest, that let me tell you, you know, but going back to the tacos, you know, not all tacos are the same, and you know, there are places. Because we're Mexican, no, we're not, I mean, not all tacos are the same. So I think maybe, you know, what's the best chorizo con huevo taco, what's the best, you know?
According to who?
According to the person that.
Why did
Maybe
you
we'll
put
We should have a
that?
survey.
Because
One thing that, I'm sorry, one thing that we wanna explore is our app has potential new functionalities.
So you can,
So you can do that type of
Filter it
listing
out.
and
Yes.
even gamify it. And so that's what staff is looking at, and maybe we can have that, but in a more flexible environment, like an app.
because somebody, you know, people have told me, don't go there and have these tacos because they're terrible. The tortilla is horrible. No, it's true. I mean, so if you're gonna have somebody on the list, I mean, please, don't
Yeah.
get the recommendation with it, you know?
Exactly.
When the tortilla está cruda, please. I mean,
That's gonna be a tricky one, but yeah,
What if we divide the list like local and franchise? Is that what y'all did for the coffee shops? Or we just did local?
we just did local,
Yeah.
so.
Well, I don't think it would be fair
That's
or
all
balanced, you know, to with the franchises, you know, with local coffee shops.
Yeah.
And some franchises are owned by locals.
Mhm.
And
That's
so-
what we can talk about.
I have a comment to make. Tell me about how many influencers in restaurants.
Somebody said that the Taco Bell was a Mexican telephone company. It's crazy, but that's what people do. So anyway, so.
Mr. Camino.
Oh,
It's okay. I know we're talking about the influencers and about the restaurants, but, you know, I had the opportunity at my store to talk to a lot of tourists. That's the first thing they love is the local restaurants.
Yeah.
And it's not Taco Palenque or Palenque Grill. They love La India.
Like the
Las
mom and
Palmas,
pops.
Mom and pop.
Yeah.
Oh,
Las
right.
Colones,
Okay,
Las
Taco
Palmas,
Ravi that's
Taco
just
Ravi. And
Yeah.
I think there's so much potential there because they just love the food. I used to send them to Taco Palenque thinking they were expensive, but
first
they
in
love,
years,
they
it's
love the
awesome.
stripes.
Yeah, stripes.
Right, come and eat it at my store.
We had
Yeah.
burgers
They're all-
that came in from Michigan or somewhere up north. That the best tacos in their life, they found it at a gas station,
Where?
Stripes.
at a Stripes.
Yeah.
And because they were here for burgers.
I know.
It was amazing.
But at least-
I ordered another one. I was like, where did you go? Oh, the gas station. I was like, oh my gosh. But, you know, it's good to know,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
Get that
a
feedback.
brilliant marketing strategy for the Stripes, to
Yeah.
put those restaurants inside. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
been a tremendous hit. I mean, they've made so much money.
They're very
I'm
economic.
telling you, and they're,
Yes.
yeah, and they're affordable. It's not like
Yeah.
they're charging $4 and.
Well,
Have
one
you seen
of
the
the,
line at some of those places?
They're the same as the Taco Palenque.
For better, or better?
They're not, no, I mean on price,
Price.
and they're not cheap anymore.
They were cheap, but
They
not
were
anymore.
cheap, not anymore.
Yeah, no.
They're just like.
so we had the opportunity, another activity that we did, we had the opportunity to tour a group of potential residents, like medical residents. From LMC, and it came to mind because they were asking where the best tacos are. And some of the residents that already live here were also on the tour, kind of guiding them. And some of them mentioned, of course, Stripes, but
Stripes.
Taco also came up, which is a new one.
Yeah.
But they were all mesmerized by the food already, and they had been here for a few days. But that's another element that we're doing.
But I
providing
think,
those tours.
this list is gonna work if you do have a selection. Like,
Yeah.
If you just put it out there for everything, you already have something like that, where you
Yeah.
can go and, so unfortunately, that's what's gonna happen, but it's great that you're working on some guidance, so that way people are not.
We need those
yeah.
guidelines. There's also another one that I was talking to Reina about, and it was, a kind of foodie tour
Yeah,
based on El Blog de Borg.
that's a
Because
good
we
one.
have such a strong,
And that is an
popularity
outsider
because here.
choosing, it's an outsider
It's according
choosing
to
which
him.
ones, yes,
So-
that is a great
So it
idea,
would be,
I like that.
you know, like the coffee tour map, obviously branded with us, but maybe featuring his logo.
Yes.
And these are the top places that he has,
Or
you
Gordo
know.
endorse or something like that.
Exactly. Gordo group,
Yes,
and if you
Gordo
haven't
group
done
by
that,
Gordo
it's like,
He
yeah.
does have Gordo approved places.
Yes.
He's
So
very
maybe-
popular, yeah.
Maybe something like that way, you
That
know.
leaves us out of what we did.
Because
Exactly.
it has to be a selection.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are working on that, it's just we're trying to find the best medium to.
On how to execute.
And,
Deliver.
and I think the boutique one will be also,
Mhm.
and maybe a little bit easier than the tacos, and I
Uh-huh.
think you can then have the influencers that are inclined to fashion and to those things, like,
I
really,
think that could apply to everything, you know.
yeah.
Every kind of
Tacos competition, we have the people vote.
They get a competition.
Maybe
Let's
not.
say something
Taco
like that.
festival, I would say out of every
People can
day.
nominate which ones are the best, and, you know.
I would like to ask, do y'all have our app?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll,
Y'all do a test subject.
yes, so we'll make sure that whenever we have, those new functionalities that you help us test it. and give us
Maybe we should have a taco festival.
Well, maybe.
Maybe there should be,
And, you know, the avocado, the avocado people are coming, I mean, the other day I read that, I don't know what percentage of avocados to the United States come through here.
All
We
the
talked about an
representatives-
avocado festival.
yeah, I know,
Not nice.
Councilmember Perez was, working on that, right?
Yeah. Here, sometimes we work on something, it takes forever.
Well,
But,
things, I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities, I guess, you know, so all you have to have is somebody's idea and somebody
Yeah.
can push forward.
Mhm.
Thank you.
We did a lot of, on our strength and visitor experience, we have a lot of services, we had several groups coming, so as you know, we service groups that come to the city. Not necessarily if we're involved or not in bringing them, but we service them, like US Customs and Immigration, they had an International Visitor Leadership Program here in Laredo, so we service them with bags and information, and try to make their experience here in the community the best possible. Same with HEB, they have their leadership training here, and so we also provided information, and all those groups, obviously, they have to be qualified under hotel occupancy checks, but they did, and so we provided the services. Also, we assisted with the birding festival, as always, we're sponsors of that event, and they had a good number of people attending, full house, I believe, and they had 75 rooms for people from out of town.
And that was great, that was between 3 to 4 nights per.
Yeah, so we had around 300 room nights total for the birding festival. On destination leadership, as you know, Joel and I have been part of different organizations, and so this month I had the opportunity to travel to Austin. Joel and I were in Austin for the legislative trip that the whole city does. And so we met with, as I mentioned, with THLA, Hotel Lodging Association. We coordinated that meeting for everybody. The next week I was back in Austin for the Texas Travel Alliance legislative meetings and unity dinner. And so that is part of, currently I'm a part of the executive committee and the board. And so that has given us the opportunity to voice some of the concerns and the needs for the border, and work together with the rest of the state, because the idea is to the betterment of the industry for the whole state. But we are working, as I mentioned, in the last meeting, on a border council where, cities across the border, we
Yeah.
can work together and help each other. And Joel is also is a board member of the Chamber of Commerce, so he continues to participate on that.
do they have a chamber manager in line already, or do they haven't advertised?
No, they have an interim, which is Miguel Concha.
Yes, I know that.
And they're gonna post a position.
It's gonna take time, you know,
Yeah.
to go through the process, and it's never easy.
What do you know about the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce?
Hispanic, no, I'm not really too
I
familiar.
can tell you what,
I'm
what about it, what do you wanna know?
No, it says, Jerry Garza, chairman of the board,
Yes,
and Jesus Garza, Chuy Garza, is it Chuy or
Jesus, Chuy, I mean, it's the same thing.
the guy that's almost in jail? No, that's not the
Oh,
one.
come on.
But anyway, they're there, and it says board members, no list of board members on the website.
Well, they should, because I am a board member, so anything you want to ask me.
But it should be on the website.
Well, I don't know why it's not, but I will certainly take care of it today.
Amen, amen.
All
Yeah,
right.
because somebody told me about it, and I said, let me check.
You
I'm
know,
not a tech person, but I checked it out.
every
and-
city has more than one chamber.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have several, 4 or 5 chambers. So it's not unusual to have, I mean, some people see it as a competition, it's not. I mean, this is good for your mom and pop, you know, of businesses, and we have 40 right now that are, yeah, that
That's
are
neat,
belong to
that's
the,
neat.
to the Hispanic chamber.
Put that information on that,
It's, well, okay. I don't know that you were
right?
paying attention, but
Excuse me, Madam Chairman, excuse myself. I have to get back to work.
you do?
Yes.
Okay, Blasita, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
Don't forget your bag.
Thank you.
Okay,
Don't
bye.
forget your bag.
Oh, yes, I need my bag. I add that to all of my bags that I carry around with me.
Thank you, Jessica.
Y'all have a good day.
Okay, Madam Chair,
Bye.
another meeting that we had in Austin that, it was really exciting is, I had the opportunity together with Miriam Castillo, our Economic Development Director, and thanks to, an event sponsored by AEP and the Economic Development Corporation, to meet with Adriana Cruz. She is the Executive Director for the Office of the Governor for Economic Development and Tourism. And so Miriam and I had a great conversation with her. She's really excited about us participating in IPW. She's a Laredoan, and so she understands and she's very, very proud of our community, and so she was really excited about us participating in IPW.
Awesome.
So,
Great.
which is coming up in May.
Okay, bueno, so congratulations on that. I mean,
Thank you.
It's always good to have people that know about it.
Yes, and especially at that level, at the Office of the Governor. And we work together with them, very closely, so,
And I noticed that the Texas Tropical Trail
yes.
organization celebrated their 200th
Yep.
anniversary here in
Here in
Laredo.
Laredo.
Yes.
It was hosted by the Webb County Heritage,
Yeah.
Yes.
and they love, this is the second time that they come.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yes.
at the beginning, they were very skeptical. They were one of those groups that said, you know,
Yeah.
so close to the border, are you
Mhm.
safe? I mean, you know, we're gonna get shot. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we are. So anyway,
Yeah.
appreciate the help, you know, that.
Yeah, they loved
were able
it.
to provide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we were able to assist a little bit with the dinner.
Yes.
I know Beatriz and Joel did an amazing job with coordinating that. Beatriz is our expert, in anything, decorating event, putting together. And so together they did an amazing job helping, with the dinner. And I know Webb County Heritage Foundation just did an awesome,
Oh my
awesome
gosh,
job
you know,
with that group.
yes,
Yeah.
she does. So
I was
anyway,
out of town, but I was watching them on social media,
Yeah.
looking at all the
I just
posts.
wanted to, you know,
Yes.
mention that because you know, I'm a
Yeah.
member of the board of the
Yeah.
County Heritage Foundation.
No, and it was,
Been for many years.
yeah.
Thank you for that.
Thank
And
you.
Thank you.
On page 15, we have our analytics for the website. 16, we have, the key metrics. And, 16 and 17, I don't know if there's any questions regarding those. 15 is our website and 16 and 17 are our social media metrics. And as you mentioned, Madam Chair, we also have our upcoming activity. We continue to assist Border Olympics with the different tournaments. We're hosting in March the Texas Realtors 360 Conference.
What are the dates on that? All it says is March, but no dates.
Do you have for the Realtors
The
Conference?
Realtors is
They, the month,
The
Yeah.
23rd and the 24th.
yeah.
Can you send me the dates?
Or no, I'm
of all
sorry,
these
the
dates?
30th and the 31st.
Yeah, we
I
can
mean,
see-
the
what
exact-
what is it? I'm sorry.
The exact dates.
Yeah.
30th to 31st.
Let him email it to me, because
Okay,
if he calls me, I can't hear him.
Yeah,
okay.
Right?
yeah, we'll get you the dates.
Por favor.
Um,
Including April's and May's.
Yeah.
We have staff traveling to participate in Reverse Mexico Sales Mission. This is another activity with the Office of the Governor. They are bringing media and travel agents from Mexico. So we have participated in this for several years. They haven't done it in the last 3-4 years due to the pandemic, but they're back, and so we're participating again. Sports events, International Produce Association. We're traveling this weekend to Washington for the legislative trip, as we do every year. And so Joel and I will be there, all of next week.
The city council and mayor.
Yes, all of city council except, I believe, Councilmember Perez, Mayor Pro Tem are traveling so far. They all did travel to Austin though, all of them.
Including Daisy and Mr. Rodriguez.
Mr. Rangel?
Yeah, Rangel, I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes.
It's interesting though.
No, I'm sorry, Councilmember Campos Rodriguez did not travel to Austin. Yeah, she did not, right?
No.
Yeah, she did not. So we do have, another thing that we're doing with the Office of the Governor is, Media Blitz in Canada. So this is the first time that we, tap into that market. We believe that this is the perfect way of testing the market, going with the Office of the Governor, going to a media blitz. The idea is we have all those winter Texans coming down to the valley. We need to tap into that market, and when they're coming down or leaving, right? Because we know we don't have the infrastructure, but they do travel while they're in the valley. So we wanna make sure that we get into their travel plans before they leave home. So this is our first attempt into the Canadian market. Also, we have another Canadian event with produce marketing. So us and Port Laredo are looking into that.
It's really expanding your market, really.
Yes, but we do believe that it makes sense because of the
Because of
winter
the-
Texans. Yeah, and we're doing it in a way that we didn't want to
It's more than
go.
after treatment, treaties area, Mexico, Canada, United States.
Yes.
Um,
And we didn't wanna do it, we didn't wanna put monies into marketing unless we know we're gonna be successful. So we're testing it through PR first. And then if we see that there's a good possibility for that market, then we go in with.
Really, what
Advertising.
about the International Women's Day? Was there no activity, no participation?
No, because we're gonna be in Washington. So we.
But there's going to be an event, I think, that's being organized locally.
Yes, there is, because
So,
through the
We asked
consul.
them to.
Yes.
The consul organized that, and they're gonna have a bridge ceremony.
Yes.
They're gonna close the bridge, and they're
Yeah.
gonna, have.
We've been in contact with the consulate. They were asking us to see if they could use our facilities, help. So we've been assisting, although we're not participating because we're gonna be in Washington. I spoke to the consul.
It's a big deal, it really
Yes,
is.
no, it is.
And I'm surprised that,
And we don't have any, and that's maybe a good point to consider for something for next year.
Well, this is International Women's Day. I don't know, I know they're having a big international in Saudi Arabia, and, all the women, the who's who of women leaders of the world are gonna be there.
And something that we've been doing, and it's, more and more groups and associations are having women-specific conferences. Selena was at the TSA Women's Conference, there's a Sports CTA Women's Conference, so more and more we're participating on
American
those.
Hotel Lodging Association Women's Conference is happening.
That's
Yeah,
great.
so we're participating more and more on those as they're opening, but yeah, we'll definitely look into something for next year for,
Everybody's invited to the bridge ceremony of women, like I mentioned, some men. And, anyway, I think that, the only thing that I don't agree with, that after they're gonna have a reception, it was only certain, they were limiting women, like I know with the Laredo Commission for Women, they all are gonna participate, but only 3 were invited to this other event. And I don't know really what it entails. But I know that my sister was invited, I said, well, what about me?
plus one.
She was gonna ask, why are we limiting this? I mean, really, it's women, we should have, open doors and do everything, to try to get more women involved.
Yeah, and I know this is the second time they have, or third time they have this event, so.
Yes, I know.
It's growing, definitely.
Yeah.
Cultura is also having an event on the 11th, and it's celebrating International Women's Day. It's the 5th annual that they've done it, where they set up local female vendors. They have like some health and
Where is that?
services.
Cultura Beer
at
Oh.
Garden.
Cultura Beer Garden.
Because I know that the women, the attorneys are having also a big deal. All the female attorneys are getting together, including all the judges,
Yeah.
so.
They're kind of like focusing on like wellness,
Yeah.
doing like hikes, yoga, mental health as
Yes.
well. So, with events like that, I can talk to Valerie and to Marilyn, and we can have them posted on our calendar.
So
To
maybe,
get that.
maybe share, some of the pictures from those events happening. on
Yeah.
those
Sure.
events,
I mean,
right?
it's
Like,
important.
even if it's not something you're organizing, you can use, the opportunity
Uh-huh.
to attract more.
Of course, the more women that participate,
Yes.
the better.
Let me give you a tip. Show up at those meetings when you're not invited, and if they tell you to leave, they look bad.
I would not do that to them.
No, but that's, because we showed up as a media person sometimes and say, hey, this is an invitation only. And I said, wait a minute, I've got a little pass here that says press pass.
Well, show it to me, give it to me so I can use it.
Right, just put it, but if you show up there, but if you say, look, no me invited. Sometimes those things, you don't need an invitation.
I know.
They say that you do, but that's BS.
Okay. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
Okay, and it all came free. Very nice. Okay, so that's, there's not anything else you would like to report?
That's a report for this month. As I mentioned, we'll be in Washington. We have several trips coming up. We're,
You're gonna be traveling, right?
at least until April, yes.
Well, that's good.
Marcelina and I have been like everywhere, and now Reina is also gonna be traveling, so.
Well, that's good, yes? So-
I saw somewhere that you're 2 staffer short.
Yes, sir.
What are the positions?
The way to San Antonio.
Sales,
Sales?
sales coordinator and media
But
coordinator.
don't you have a, did you advertise it?
No, because, HR is so they can determine where they should be placed in our, compensation plan.
Okay.
And when you advertise, do you advertise salary?
Range?
Yes,
Yes,
range of
range.
salary, yes,
Right, sales and media coordinator,
Yes.
yes,
so two positions.
yes, sir.
Because sometimes we're out there in the community and they say, I'm looking for a job.
Mhm. As soon as we post them, we'll let you
Yeah,
know.
check here
Mhm.
or check there.
I would always direct them to the city website. So the city of Laredo has the main website and all the jobs posted, because we cannot receive their applications.
Yeah, resumes.
They have to go to the city of Laredo, and there's, HR job postings. They click there and they can see all the positions of every department in the city. And that's the proper process to apply.
Another thing, we park over there at the outlet shop. There's this little corner right here. It's been dirty for years. It's a lot, belongs to somebody. And I said, next to the Convention and Visitors Bureau, it's crap. I said, wow, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And I used to walk downtown alone, now I can't walk too much. And I would always say, where's the cleaning people? Looks bad.
But you need to pick up the phone and call.
No, I know that, and I do know that. You know what, one time, John Orfila tells
This
me,
is inside the
They
law.
can't,
So
they can't go into a private.
You cannot go into a private lot.
but finally, John Orfila told me, I can't find workers.
That's also true.
Okay, well, I think we're getting out of our agenda here. Let's,
Okay, I won't bring it up
we
again.
already know what the problem is, but we don't know,
All right, but if you see, tell somebody, tell Orfila,
if you see something, say something.
tell.
There's an app,
because-
311, and everybody can go ahead and report whether it's litter, whether it's a busted water line or faulty,
Yeah.
stop lights.
Yeah.
It's open to the public, 311.
Okay, I think so, the next item on the agenda, board members, is adjournment, so I have a motion to adjourn. I have a motion, do I have a second? I have a second. To adjourn, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those against, same thing.
No.
We have one vote.